Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com.
I'm Bob. How's it going?
Welcome to our weekly Top 5 Friday ski industry news videos. Been in a lot of these recently, Bob.
Yeah, it's nice to be in here.
Good to have you back consistently. We got some exciting stuff going on too.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, last week we talked about FIS races and FIS Freeskiing kicking off.
And now they're done and we're moving on.
And of course, now we have the recaps from those.
Yeah.
So that brings us right into the first topic of the week. So in Solden last weekend, Bob, did you wake up at 3 to watch the race?
I missed the whole thing, if you can believe it.
That's okay. I don't fault you too much for that. It was some exciting racing, and Michaela Schifrin took the win, just edging out Laura Gut-Barami. Michaela put down a really, really good second run. Just phenomenal skiing.
Yeah.
She was fastest in multiple different sections of the course and really kind of put some distance between her and her competitors in like the last 5 gates, which was really cool to see.
It's just impressive. I mean, I'm a big fan of continued and consistent excellence in sports, whether it's like a team or an individual, and this is about as impressive as it gets. Right.
Yeah. No, it's unbelievable. You know, the way that she can kind of keep the gas pedal pinned all the way through the course. Yep. It's pretty cool. She barely edged out Laura by 14/100ths of a second, but the two of them really distanced themselves from the rest of the field. Petra was in third by 1.3 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's a significant difference in the world of ski racing.
Right. Top 2 skiers were over a second faster than the rest of the field, which is pretty unbelievable. Some notable U.S. finishes in addition to Michaela. Nina O'Brien took 9th, AJ Hurt took 20th, and Paula Moltzen was 23rd. So, do the math, Bob. That's 4 U.S. finishers in the top 25.
Yeah, pretty good.
It's pretty solid.
Yep.
Pretty impressive results from the U.S. and certainly kind of points to a successful future for the U.S. women's ski team.
Yeah, for sure.
On the men's side of things, River Radamus, did you see any pictures of River?
Yeah, cool hair, right?
Yeah. He ended up taking 6th place with his snow leopard inspired hairstyle. And then Ryan Cochran-Siegel, who we've been talking about quite a bit, he unfortunately missed out on qualifying for the final runs by 1/100th of a second.
That's more like a ski racing gap I can get behind.
Yeah.
Not like over a second.
Yep. It was Ryan's first back from injury, which we've talked about quite a bit. So to me, that's a pretty successful, get in the start gate and
make a run.
0.01 seconds away from making finals. Pretty darn good. The next FIS race is a parallel slalom, also in Austria. There is a 3-week break from Solden to that parallel slalom race. So kind of weird. It happens every year. Like ski racing starts and then we just wait for 3 weeks.
Yeah, they don't want to rush it too much.
And then there's another gap too from the third race to, I can't remember what the third
Lake
stop.
Louise.
I don't think quite yet, but maybe. Anyways, pretty exciting racing. And then we also have some FIS Freeskiing recaps. That big air event in Switzerland that we talked about was nearly canceled due to wind. They ended up having to cancel a training session, which is tough. Right. As somebody who's hit some of those scaffolding jumps, if you you want the most time on that jump that you can get.
Yeah.
To kind of feel it out and start building some confidence. So I think they only had 1 training session before they went straight into qualifiers. Mate Svanser took the win. Remember that name because you will see that name for years and years and years and years and years to come.
I can't even tell what they're doing in the air.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
It's so impressive.
Yeah. It's crazy. So he won with a nose butter double cork 1800, which is essentially doing a cork 9 to a switch cork 9.
Yeah, with a nose butter takeoff.
Yep. So my advice to someone like you, it's not even really advice. The way to figure out those tricks is if you can pick out the rotations in each flip.
Yeah.
That's kind of how meant, I don't even think.
I can count it when I'm watching it, in slow motion.
In slow motion, yeah, sure. It's more like if you get a good sense of like what a Cork 9 looks like,
Yeah.
you can pick out a double 18 because it starts with a Cork 9.
Well, it's
Most
cool.
of them.
It's like watching the aerials too, like the Olympic aerials.
I have a harder time with that because I've never done it.
Yeah, but like just trying to pick up like they're doing certain flips but incorporating spins into certain flips.
Right. Did they do a double full there or did they do a full there? I can never tell with aerials. Teal Harley took second place with a super crazy triple cork 1260. Triple cork 1260 means you're landing switch. It means you have to revert to switch. So I'm not going to get too in depth about what that means, but it's insane and it kind of defies the laws of physics.
You can't take off switch?
He was forward triple cork 1620. You can do a switch triple cork 16, but 1260. Sorry, but yeah, unbelievable. And if you're interested in that stuff, leave a comment. I'll explain why it's crazy, or you can go watch it and you'll probably figure it out for yourself. Some notable U.S. finishes on the men's side: Alex Hall took 6th. Mac Forehand was 8th. Hunter Henderson was 13th, and Cody LaPlante was 15th. So no podium finishes for the U.S., but that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You know, 4 skiers in the top 15 there. On the women's side, Tess Ladeau won with a double cork 1260 mute. Those are things that I can wrap my head around a little bit more than triple cork 1260. Sarah Hofflin picked up a second place finish. Awesome to see Sarah on the podium with a switch double cork 1080. And then Elena Gaskill took 3rd place. So all of those scores were in the 90s. Some pretty impressive skiing from the women. And a quick note, Mate's score was 99 and Teal's was 98.5. So pretty crazy. Not much room for better scores when you get that high.
Yeah, they just got to build bigger scaffolding jumps.
Right. I was thinking about it more from a judging perspective, like that time that they gave Shaun White a perfect 100.
Right.
And the complaint was, what if somebody had gone and done better after that?
No such thing.
But, right. Anyway.
Yeah.
13th topic of the week. 13th topic. That'd be sweet. We should do 13 topics someday.
Top 13.
Top 13 Fridays. Third topic of the week. The West Coast got absolutely hammered with feet upon feet of snow. I believe Tahoe area got something like 4 feet of snow.
Looked like a lot.
Tons.
Yeah.
Insane. Palisades, Tahoe, Mammoth, and Boreal all open early because of that. And then we also got openings from Loveland and Keystone. They were able to open up for the season. So
just instant base for that.
Tahoe
snow.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
I do know they've had some warmer weather since then. So if you're out in Tahoe, and especially if you've skied, let us know what it's like. Is the base holding up or is it sketchy? I would imagine that backcountry skiing is still pretty sketchy. A lot of snow on top of probably nothing. So,
rocks.
Yeah. If you have any anecdotal experience from Tahoe or anywhere out west with this new storm, let us know. I'm sure others would be excited to hear. It's just fun, like living vicariously through other people this time of year.
Right.
It's still like green grass outside here in Vermont.
It was frosty green grass.
It was frosty this morning, right? But it's not like we have 4 feet of powder on the ground. Not. So if you can let us know what it's like, that'd be great. And then fourth topic of the week. This is an interesting one. We've talked about this pending business before, but we have some new environmental hurdles for the Alpine-X indoor ski area that would be going up in Fairfax, Virginia. So essentially, the issue here is that it would be a town building technically, and the potential energy consumption of that building does not align with the town's goals and restrictions for themselves.
Right, and nor does the technology exist to make that specific building more efficient.
Right. So they're gonna, putting a little bit of hold on things. One of those town goals is that they want to be completely carbon neutral by 2040. So Alpine-X is going to basically have to figure out a way to offset that energy output.
Yeah. And I feel like those options are becoming more and more available these days, whether you're buying solar or wind power from somewhere else.
Right.
Like, you can always find an offset somewhere. And or just prove that, it's for a greater good.
Yeah.
And say we're providing this service for this community and it's better than the minimal environmental impact.
Yeah. I think they'll probably find a way to figure it out. It does feel kind of like silly to build an indoor ski area that exists because of climate change that's also contributing to environmental impacts.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can figure it out and make it a way to be a little bit more carbon neutral and environmentally friendly.
And then we'll start churning out some really good skiers from Virginia. Yep.
Yeah. You would think so.
Yep.
And that's it for news topics of the week. Excuse me. Lastly, we have our edits of the week as usual. First up, we have a pretty short little edit called Touch the Snow from the Burlaps Boys and Line Skis. Subtitle is a video about carving.
Yep.
And they're pretty much exclusively on the line blade.
There was a different twin tip in there at some point I saw.
Yeah, it looked like that was just like a local Grom that the guy met randomly.
Yeah.
So lots of cool skiing on the line blade, so check that out, especially if you're interested in the line blade. And then we have Free Hit. I can't remember. We looked up the pronunciation. That basically means freedom in Swedish. Pretty sure Norwegian, Swedish, one of those two things. And it's about a 15-minute long short film from Max Palm, who's a skier that I had never heard of, but some really impressive skiing in here. And that's another name that I'm adding to my list of skiers to watch in the future. Pretty good skier. And then we got Fresh Squeezed from Level 1 and Tom Wallish. Also features, gosh, I can't talk today. Also features a bunch of Tom's friends, most notably to me, LJ Strenio, local Burlington, Vermont kid who has since made it pretty big in the ski world.
Yep.
So extremely entertaining guy to ski with and watch ski. And then we have a quick little edit from Black Crows called The Fortress Ghosts, which is surrounding the Fortress ski resort in Alberta, which closed, I believe, almost 2 decades ago. I think just after the turn of the century. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like when people ski old resorts.
I'm a big fan of the historical stuff with the Lost Ski Areas project and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's all pretty interesting.
They had some shots of the interior of the lodge and the double chairs still there. And the lodge interiors are always kind of creepy.
It looked like
also really cool.
It looked like the bad, Hot Tub Time Machine. It looked like the bad version of that, whatever that lodge was.
It did. It was a pretty spitting image of it. That's it for edits of the week. Bob, anything exciting going on this weekend?
Halloween.
Oh, right.
As my good friend Porter calls it, the Super Bowl for kids.
So the kids' Super Bowl?
The kids' Super Bowl.
Yeah,
so.
You had a nice Halloween parade today.
Yeah, I got to see the kids in the parade.
Not that you were featured in a Halloween parade.
I was not.
That would have been sweet. Happy Halloween to anybody that's doing anything fun for Halloween. Maybe you've got kids. Maybe you're going trick-or-treating on your own.
I look forward to stealing half of my kids' candy.
Yeah, your kids are tiny.
Yeah, they can't eat it.
They can't eat all that candy. Hopefully if you're in one of these areas where skiing has started, you're getting out skiing. And if not, I hope you enjoy Halloween. And with that, we'll talk to you next week.
And next month, in November.
Yeah, we'll talk to you next month.
Bye.